You're listening to America's Diesel Podcast.
It's a meal that makes me well. It's meal. Isn't it? I don't know how it goes.
What? What?
Wait, can you do that again?
What was that?
It's like there's God, what was that on? Have you heard that the mail?
No.
Yeah, I think it was on like Blue's Clues or something like that. It's a meal that makes me well. It's meal time. I don't know.
I think Tyler's showing the age gap between me, you,
I
and
think
him.
so.
Don't ask me how I know that.
Is that actually Blues?
I don't know. I think it is because they would check mail. You know,
Google it right now. Blues
Same.
Clues
mail song.
mail song.
Let's see.
Mail time.
I can't believe I get to sing this song.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the new guy. Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So for people my age and Corey's age, mail was always strong bad. The emails. What? The emails.
Well, that's email. It's not regular mail. So am I older than you?
No.
Maybe.
Anyways, mail time.
Mail time. What was your mail time, Corey?
I usually just go back to the Euro trip.
Yeah.
Mail, motherfucker.
Mail, motherfucker.
Mail, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's Mikkel. It's Michelle. I'm a first-year German student. I know you've been taught. Oh my god! If you've never seen Euro
Yeah,
Trip,
that's a good one.
that's where the whole Scotty doesn't know thing came from.
Yes.
Just so you, the girls never came.
Oh, fucking Matt Damon.
Yeah, the girls never came.
This week's podcast episode is brought to you by Fuel Bomb Diesel Additive, an additive designed for diesel enthusiasts, made by diesel enthusiasts. Ben, take it away.
Hell yeah, dude. So this is our in-house Fuel Bomb fuel additive for your diesel truck. Our biggest thing here is making sure that you can pretty much always have diesel additive on you all the time. You've got a lot of other additives out on the market that they have, anti-gel in there all the time. They have cetane in there all the time. They end up being big and bulky bottles. Our standard everyday diesel fuel additive is 1 ounce per 32 gallons, and that's its main job is to make sure that your fuel system stays lubricated and prevents the formation of algae. And it should also help you in colder climates too.
Should definitely help you in colder climates. Along with cleaning your fuel system and maintaining it, it'll also help you bump that cetane number up for a more efficient burn of your diesel fuel. And if cetane is just what you're after, there's the Fuel Bomb Hellfire, which is our straight 8+ cetane enhancer.
Yeah, and you guys asked, and we brought them back. We did go away from the bottles that didn't have the measuring little parts in there. We brought them back for you, so now you can measure out your 1 ounce per 32 gallons for the F-Bomb or 4 ounces per 32 gallons for the Hellfire.
Both these additives are available on our website, dieselpowerproducts.com. Now let's get back to that episode.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a mail call episode. Thanks for tuning in. This is Ben Town Corey from America's Diesel Podcast coming from Spokane, Washington. You can find us on Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere listen to podcasts. You can find us by searching America's Diesel Podcast. Shop at Diesel Power Products. We like reviews. Tyler, go.
Oh yeah, keep those reviews coming in. We're actually kind of, I'm a little disappointed in you guys. We're a little stagnant right now. Share this thing with your friends. Steal your relatives' phones. Just a random person on the street, ask them to borrow their phone for a second. Give us a 5-star review.
Open the door. Open the door.
But keep those reviews coming in. Make sure you review it on. I feel like I haven't done review any of the platforms you listen to this podcast on. Screenshot that 5-star review. Send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure you include a picture of your truck and an address so we can eventually send you a sticker.
Yes, sir.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Good job.
Yeah, that was all right.
The recovery was 8 out of the 10.
Yes.
Point. Yeah.
If you need trucks for pickup, make sure
If you
to take
need
out.
trucks for your pickup,
Yes.
got him.
Yeah. Collect myself here.
Yeah.
If you need parts for your pickup,
There you go.
make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. See that quick ship logo? It's guaranteed in stock, ready to rock. If you're placing an order online, make sure in the order notes section to write the word podcast or let your salesman know that you are a podcast listener. Receive nothing monetarily but special attention from the one of us three in this room should an issue arise, and they do happen, and we do fix them. So just want to put that out there. I greatly appreciate all you guys that have placed orders with us. Also, make sure and check out our YouTube, or YouTube obviously, but our Instagram page. We do go live on there every Wednesday right around 5 p.m. Pacific time. Come and beer with the boys, talk a little bit of shit. Also, make sure and check out the Diesel Pop Rocks TikTok. I know it's a communist app. I know we hate it. I don't have it downloaded on my phone. I have it downloaded on the work phone. But I'll tell you what, guys, we are trying to go hard in the paint on the TikToks right now. And I know a lot of you guys are on TikTok as well. Also, Facebook group, 3 questions you must answer. It's a spicy unit. Joiners beware. It's fun though. It's a banger. Tyler wouldn't know, but it's a banger. So we've got some packages.
Yeah.
And
This is it's fun and slightly frightening when we get packages.
so 2 of them I know what they are. One I'm pretty sure I know what it isn't, and one I have no idea. So first things first, we really appreciate anybody that has sent us stuff.
Yes.
We haven't got enough all at once to really like require an episode like this, but we just happened to get like pretty much 4 within a couple of days.
Yeah.
So we decided to, one of them we already opened because we opened and we had no idea what it was, but they actually are really cool. It's the little keychains.
Yeah, I left that one on my desk, the little Cummins one.
I brought mine.
Yeah.
But first things first, let me get some barley juice. Today's sponsor is Ice Cold Beer. Drink it.
Look it up.
Yeah. Imagine if that was. Imagine if like.
It wouldn't surprise me if that was actually a beer brand.
Yeah.
Just ice cold beer.
Well, no, was it Costco or like someone they had? There's a beer called beer,
But
like-
it's probably Kirkland beer.
something
right?
like that.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
not-
Kirkland
it's
brand.
like it's called light beer.
Just light beer.
I swear I've seen it. At,
Keeping
like,
it simple.
Yeah, I'm sure it's total shit.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So first things first, we did get a package from Chris. You know him formerly as Dad Cooks Food. Now it's like big tattooed Diesel Daddy.
Diesel Daddy.
I don't know what it is now, but you know what I'm talking about. But you may have seen them on Instagram. It's these, they're like die cut keychains of like what a head gasket would be for your truck.
Yeah.
And they're like extremely accurate. So I got 2 because I'm a V8 guy, but Tyler got 1, and it's a he's got a Cummins 1, and I've got my Power Stroke 1. It's pretty cool. I like it. They're actually
thank you.
They're really like.
I'm gonna put
nice.
that on my I'm gonna put it on my RV keychain.
Yeah, we got 2 of them, so I got 2 sets of keys, so I guess I could do it now. But
Yeah.
So thank you for that one.
Thank you.
I was honestly scared because it shipped from Germany
Yeah.
and it came with no notes or anything like that, and I was like,
Did you see what the brand is on it?
yeah, they are.
It says disagree.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Germany.
It wasn't until I opened it that I realized what it was, and I was like, oh, I think Chris had messaged me about that. Something from coming overseas. Yeah, Chris, again, thank you for that one there, sir. Yeah, one of them's for 6.7 Cummins, the other one's for 7.3. Super badass. I like it.
Kinda cool.
I think they make other stuff too. This is not a endorsed by the brand at all, but we'll give them a shout out. You should check them out.
It's Petrol Head Jewelry.
Yeah, it looks like www.disagree. That's DISAGREE.DE, as in Delta Echo
/EN.
for Europe, something like that.
European nation,
Sure.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's one of them. If you ever feel the need to send us something, which we do not advocate for, but people sometimes feel like they do, you can just send it to the Diesel Pop Rocks address, which is 5204 East Broadway.
And it's better to put instead of a name, because sometimes they just come in Amazon boxes, and I order things off Amazon, and I think it's something I ordered, so I'll open
Yeah.
it early. Put like podcast
Or Ben
Ameri-
and Tyler podcast.
Yeah,
Ben podcast,
ADP
Tyler
podcast, something.
Yeah, and then we'll know not to open it until it actually is time to do this.
Yeah.
So the next one, the next box here, it's a gag gift, and I'm pretty sure it's a glitter bomb inside.
Yeah.
But on a big giant sticker on the outside, it says, "Thank you for buying the Butthole Stretcher 9000. Smooth expansion, 3 inches wide. Works best with lube. Features easy crank handle, stainless steel beginner mode, echo chamber. Hello, Daddy." And the website apparently is saygoodbye-to-a-tight-anus-today.com.
Yeah.
Specifically addressed to me. So
I think you should open it.
I think I should open it. I'm gonna, after Corey just cleaned the podcast room,
Yeah.
we're going to go about this. I'm like 99% sure it's a glitter bomb. I feel like I should open it in a box like we did last time.
Just, dude, take the risk.
I mean, it is taped up pretty good. So here we go. Okay, there's one thing of tape. The other tape. The other tape. Open it facing away. Huh. It's just a card. So, yeah. I've been pranked.
Yeah.
It's a card that says I've been pranked, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate that. That's not a glitter bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciip that it's not a
Yeah.
glitter bomb.
Corey literally just cleaned the podcast room yesterday.
All right.
I
Thank
thoroughly
you for
appreciate
the fake butthole stripper. Stripper. Fake
I love
butthole
how
stretcher.
the-
Ben's very disappointed. It wasn't actually in there.
I mean, we got Pierre,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we got. For those of you that have don't know, but we Trevor sent us a rainbow dildo with a suction cup on the end. We have affectionately named Pierre. We actually play games with him. You can flip him like the axe game where you flip it and make the suction cup. Like it's hard to hear, but like let me see if I can get you an audio here.
Yeah, it's almost Pride Month, Ben. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, tomorrow begins the day we're filming this is the 31st. So yeah, tomorrow starts freaking whatever's. So next we've got
the one that we know, or that you know.
I know what it is. Again, Chris, thank you, but during a live session,
Oh,
like last
it's your
week,
pants.
yeah, I was
A
like,
pair of pants.
I was like, I ripped my pants.
Yeah.
And then Chris is like, literally like 3 seconds, and someone asked like, "What's your size?" And I was like, I don't know why you're asking. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I'm like a 33, 32, and those are even kind of long on me. So yeah, whatever. And one guy was like, "Perfect. I know what size rainbow pants to buy you." I was like,
Great.
"Great, okay, you know, shit, whatever."
Well, let's see those
And Chris was
trousers.
like, yeah, Chris was like, "You'll never rip these," and sent me a pair of these, some like Duluths. So let me open these bad boys up. Maybe I'll try them on. Let's see what we got going on here.
Ooh, flex.
Fly a little stretchy. Gotta get them stretchy pants.
Stretch pants.
Stretchy pants. Let's see them. In case I gotta send these back for a different size, I'm trying not to ruin the package here. But yeah, I think these are like the fire hose.
Ooh, yeah.
It's that nice like work material, but not.
It's a good looking pant.
That's a good looking pant. Got a little
Ooh, she got a little stretch.
stretch. Damn, relaxed fit, dude. Button fly. I dig it. Well, thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I'm gonna put these to the test. Well, first I gotta try them on, and I'll put them to the test. They look like they're gonna be fine lengthwise, though. Let me.
Did you know, isn't there a Duluth trading company like out by Liberty Lake?
Out in the valley, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lengthwise we are good to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For those of you wondering, I'm like 85% torso.
Yeah.
I'm like shade under 6 foot tall. About I don't know. Walk around rate right now is about like 205, 210.
Yeah.
My inseam is like barely 30. Like all my wife is like 5'4", 5'5", and her inseam is longer than mine.
Yeah.
I'm nothing but freaking abdomen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I dig it. Right on, dude. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah. Nice looking pants.
Yeah, if they work, I'm going to get Tyler one because we got the same body.
Yeah.
Same body, same
Duluth.
doctor. Duluth. I've always wondered about Duluth.
Yeah.
I've heard good things, but I've always wondered about them. So they are in no way affiliated with this episode or podcast or like that. But yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Sweet.
Keeping my bottom half covered.
Yeah. Thank
And,
God.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you came to Boys Weekend, you know I do not care about covering my bottom half. Just saying.
That's
Next.
a perfect
Next
spot
up.
to put that photo in.
Yeah. So next, this could legitimately be something from a listener, or it could actually be something for marketing, because some marketing stuff gets addressed to me.
Oh.
So this could be a total bust, or it could be like a listener. So we're gonna find out.
Watch that one as a glitter bomb.
Right? In a prime box, like, yeah, got him.
If it's like SD cards, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
Watch it be that. Okay, we got packaging. Oh, it's some sort of. It's in a gift bag. A little scared.
Yeah, I would be.
Says, enjoy your gift from Dalton King. I know that name. Oh boy. Yeah, it says, keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your present before opening this envelope. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, here's the envelope. You hold that. Feels like a book. This is nerve-wracking because you guys are fucking weird.
Yeah, I know.
This could be something totally sentimental. It could be like a book full of like Bigfoot's dick with glitter on it.
Open it towards me.
Okay, we got tissue paper.
Oh, packaging is extensive.
Packaging is great. It's a book. It says 8,000 dick pics.
8,000
pictures of dick. Okay, now I have to open it.
Is it a notepad or is it actually?
That's a notepad.
So you have one and I have one.
I have one.
Right on. All right.
Apparently, this book is by Ellie Delson.
Ellie Delson.
National
Okay.
bestseller.
National bestseller.
Yeah, so then I've got a journal. It's called 8,000
dick pics.
It's spelled out under
Yeah,
8,000 pictures of
dicks.
dicks. In case the big red letters weren't.
Yeah, it wasn't thorough enough with the.
Well, thank you, Dalton.
Yeah, that's nice packaging right there. That's nice
great
bag.
packaging.
Give that
Like,
to your wife for.
just so you know, I mean, if you guys are selecting like wrap as gift from Amazon,
I guess
That's
that's how
good.
it comes. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
I give it a 10 out of 10 as far as gift wrapping goes.
8,000 dick pics.
Why 8?
Why not?
Why not? Why not like 6,900 or something like that?
Well, it's a nice round number.
That's it. It is a nice round number. 8,000 dicks.
Yeah.
8,000 dicks. So, Tyler, we just had Memorial Day weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and you went out and did some pretty cool riding.
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I don't know exactly what you want to call it, but it or what it is called. All I know is it's 30 miles, roughly. I'd say probably. Well, it's 30 miles north of Kingston, which is off of I-90 before you get to like Kellogg or Wallace or those towns. So I went basically 30 miles north of that town, and then there was a little road that we took off to the right that we probably went another, I'd say 5 to 8 miles up that road. It was pretty awesome. I found out that I'm scared of heights.
Are you scared of heights or are you scared of falling?
Okay, I'll just explain.
Yeah,
why.
elaborate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're doing riding, and I think this was on Saturday. The guys are like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to this lookout." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet, lookout!" Like I'm thinking like one of those like forest fire lookout tower things.
Yeah, Forest Service
It was
Towers.
not that. So we literally roll up this road. It was probably about a good 45-minute ride, and we get to this like almost like a turnaround, like a cul-de-sac kind of in the dirt road, right? And there's this little trail that goes off. You could tell that you're up on a mountaintop just by looking through the trees, but you walk out on this trail and you are literally standing on a cliff, like a big cliff. Like I've got a couple pictures of it. I actually made a post on Instagram.
I know.
Did you see that?
I saw, and I also got messages from 2 other people that say, I think it's hilarious that Tyler has Instagram, but refuses to get Facebook.
Yeah. So there's a standing up on this. I refused. You could go down even further, and I refused to. It was sketchy. Like I was like super uncomfortable up there. So I don't know if it's heights or just like cliffs. Which would be like kind of the same thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for those of you that do want to follow Tyler on Instagram, he posts once, twice a year.
Yeah.
It's
It's a very lively account.
yeah, it's a Ty Diesel 509. That's Ty as in Tyler, Diesel 509.
Yeah. But yeah, right on those rocks right there, if you step out, like it is straight down.
Mm-hmm.
And the view up there was just phenomenal. So yeah, it was a fun time. It was a cool place. I love kind of that northern Idaho terrain up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome. I had a great time. Side by side ran great. I let another guy drive so he had this which I want one of these. So you know, like the Honda Trail 90 bikes, like the ones that, you know, don't have like a tank in front of you, just have the seat and like the bar that comes up.
Yeah.
You should pull it up on Honda's website. These things are badass. It's a 125 now, but it's a brand new version of that Honda old school motorcycle. And dude, the thing is like smooth as butter. Like it is awesome. He's like, go take that thing out. I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to drive two wheels because I get in trouble on two wheels.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? this can't. You know, it's like a Trail 90. So I took that. Yeah, it's basically a scooter. Yeah, dude, right there, that 125 Honda Trail 125. That thing is wicked. I want one of those. I totally want one of those so bad, dude. I'd rock that to work. Like that thing. It has automatic clutch, so all you do is shift it. Just let off the throttle and shift it. That green one's badass. But yeah, those things are sweet. I was ripping that thing around. So the guy that had that, I was like, hey. I was like, you should drive the Talon since you let me drive your Honda. Up on my Honda. Yeah. And yeah, I think he had a pretty good time driving that. We got a little frisky on the back roads. Yeah. But it was a good time. Yeah. I had to pull out a Duramax with my truck. I didn't get, of course, no pictures, no nothing.
I'm sure that felt great.
It felt good. So we're all leaving Monday, and it's actually one of our really good friends. They're her parents, and they have this big triple axle fifth wheel toy hauler. Like it's a big one, and it rained off and on all weekend. And he gets it all hooked up and like pulls out. Well, the thing just sinks in the soft ground, and then he's just spinning all four tires. And I'm like, hey, I got a strap and you know some gear if you need me to pull you out. He's like, oh, I'm gonna try this real quick and see if this works. He tried it, it didn't work, and I was like, here's my chance. Yeah. So I pulled up in front of him, hooked it to the back of the truck, put it in 4-wheel drive, and just yoinked him right out. He just needs a little bit of help, but it felt good.
Was it like a stock Duramax or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was like
stock tires too. Like this factory, basically my old tires were on that truck, like as bald too. So.
Yeah. The old Transforce.
The Transforce. Yeah. But yeah, and then we were joking after. I was like, gosh, I should have took a picture.
Of all the times you could have taken,
if it was a Ford guy, I would have went out of my way to grab a phone and take
asshole. Of course you would. Of course you would have.
But Duramax guy, I'm like, hey, just sip your coffee. I'll get you out.
Yeah. Let your wife drive.
Yeah.
Your boyfriend, whatever.
The skinny pedal's on the right. That's the throttle. That's
not skinny jeans.
Yeah, not skinny jeans or a skinny mocha. So, yeah, no, it was a good drive up there. It was. I had to. We missed the turn, so I'm following Cass's mom, and she has her Yukon Denali. And she's towing her side by side on her just little trailer. And I'm following her, right? And I'm like, hey, I don't have GPS or anything. I don't know exactly where this road is that we need to turn off. I'll follow you once we get to Kingston. And then that way you could, decipher the roads. Well, her GPS didn't show the road name. And so we drove right past it. And it was like the turn was at the 29 mile marker. And we went right past it. And we're at like mile marker 32. And we're like, oh, shit. Well, I had to turn around in the middle of the road, and that was not fun with the trailer, dude.
No.
Not fun at all.
I imagine no.
I that was the first time where I was like turning around, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like I know how to back up that trailer pretty damn good, and I know like how to, but it had just like this little turn off on the road, on the side of the road. And first time I tried it, I backed up, and I didn't have anybody watching my back, so I was just kind of just guessing back there where the road like went down to the river. So I stopped way too soon and then tried to, hook it wide and turn it around, and I just jackknifed the shit out of that thing. And my back of my truck, I kid you not, was probably within millimeters of the trailer. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to do this. Like, I'm going to have to go up this road a little bit further, and hopefully there's another turn off that I can turn this thing around. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it one more time, and I'm going to back up even further and cut it, even more wide. And it ended up working, but it was still one of those sketchy moments where I was already in a turn, like jackknifed, and then I had to bring it back to that spot. And the whole time I'm just looking at the corner of my truck, like trying to kiss the front of the trailer. And I'm like, oh, please, God. Like, I was more worried about the truck than I was the trailer. But yeah, got to turn around, got back on the right road, and made it up there. So
Nice. Did you see Chris picked up a Razor?
I was just going to bring that up. He got a turbo.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Right on.
2-seater turbo Razor.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Right on.
So I'm sure. It's funny too, because during Boys Weekend, he was like, I am not riding in a side-by-side. I am not. I've seen too many of these flip. I've seen too many of them, get yeeted off canyons and all that kind of shit. And now he's got
a turbo. Now he's got
arguably one of the faster ones, and it's even smaller and flickier.
Oh yeah. Is it a newer used, or do you know?
I'm not sure.
I think it's not like old by any means.
Yeah, just a couple years old.
It might be a couple years old.
Yeah, cool. Right on, man. Yeah.
He traded in his truck essentially.
What?
Yeah.
Does he not have his truck?
No, now he's gonna haul it around with like an S10.
Priorities, man.
Just go rip.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
So interestingly enough, as far as like other things that, so I did some transmission work this weekend, but we're going to talk about the next episode.
Okay.
First, I want to talk about what happened to my my son.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So I haven't posted a picture on it. If for some reason some of you follow my wife, she posted a picture. I don't know why you would follow my wife. It's kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
So my son is a Stasic. If you don't know what that is, it's basically one of those electric bikes. If you watch Supercross, it's the same one that come on commercials all the time. And he's getting better at it. He's definitely one of those kids that like.
Does it have a governor on it to where you could like limit the?
Yeah, it's got
It
3 different speeds.
Gotcha.
What
What speed did this happen on?
The middle one.
Okay.
Yellow has green, red, yellow.
Gotcha.
It would be red, yellow, green as far as speed goes.
Gotcha.
And we haven't quite committed to getting him like riding gear.
Yeah.
Because he is very like wishy-washy on it.
Yeah.
And it's been a slow process, but every time he goes over to his friend Eli's house, who his parents are also me and Lynette's friends, which works out great. I mean, they even have they have a track at their house. They have lots of dirt, lots of land. So they're out there ripping around, him and his buddy Eli.
Mm-hmm.
And my son just will not pick his feet up. Like he'll ride with his feet hovering at 2 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
And he'll rip, all fun, and he'll do a wheelie or something, power wheelie and stuff like that. It's great. He's having fun. He's ripping around. He tips over a couple times, no big deal. I mean, he's got pads and a helmet on and gloves.
Yeah.
But he's just wearing pants,
right,
and a long sleeve shirt and a helmet. I don't know why I said helmet, yeah. But we finally decided, we're like, okay, it's time to get him some gear. So we were literally on the phone, sitting on our friend's patio, like ordering gear, literally just press send. So it'll be here like this weekend.
Yeah.
And as I'm sitting there watching it, and this whole day, every time his bike tipped over, he was like, perfect excuse. And he sits there and he'll take the throttle and crank it while it's on the ground and just spin the bike around. So it's like, yeah. So he's like doing little burnouts everywhere. Yeah. And I'm like, but it gets to a point where he'll try to pick it up, but then he'll yank the throttle and it'll like fly out from under him. Yeah. And I'm like, Ricky, stop hitting the throttle while you're trying to pick up the damn bike. Yeah. Okay. Just pick it up. There's so many other places on the handlebars to pick up except the throttle. Right. Of all places, just stop doing that. And I can tell you, he's 5.5, makes things go vroom. Yeah. But he also just won't pick his damn feet up. And the whole time.
Does it have feet pegs?
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Yeah. It's got little foot, I wouldn't call them pegs, little platforms you can put your feet on. They have little extensions you can put out on them too. But I'm just, as he's riding, and he'll be riding for full throttle, but his feet, he'll just keep his feet kicked out. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I guess nature of the beast, whatever. Eli puts his feet up, so maybe he'll ride enough with Eli and it's fine. Yeah. And so we're sitting there, and I see him pick it up, and he's getting ready to take off, and he likes to basically like put his feet down a little bit and then rip it so that it peels out, and then he sits down on it.
Yeah.
Well, this one happened to catch a little too much too fast as far as traction goes. And what happened is it went out in front of him. And these things don't have rear fenders. It's just like a bicycle seat with tires and a little electric motor. And so his ass goes behind the seat. But then as it does that, he's
holding on.
He's still on the throttle.
He's whiskey throttling.
He's getting ready to risky throttle it.
Yeah.
And he's ripping a little bit more, and the tire's spinning in the dirt, and he's trying to hold on, and keeps pulling him forward and forward and forward. And now for himself to pull forward, it's pulling basically his ass underneath the seat where that tire is.
Yeah.
And the tire catches his pants, rips those down, so now he's bare-assed. And then as he's like slipping into it, and this whole time I see it happen, I'm already like trotting over towards him to try and like, because he wasn't that far away, but I'll admit I was not sprinting. I did not see this as like a fucking issue yet.
Right.
I was like, oh, this kid's, he's gonna fall over, whatever. And as I see it start pulling his ass into it, then I start running, and he just like ends up pinning it, and it sucks his poor little 5.5-year-old butt cheeks raw against the tire. Just, obviously it doesn't make that noise, but it's like and he's just like screaming. I'm like, oh fuck, my kid's like, my son's nuts just got ripped off, like, oh my god. And so I get over there, and you know, obviously his pants have then now basically almost down to his ankles. And he's in the dirt, and he's just like no blood, no cuts, but just like rubber burned his entire ass crack and his cheeks. And luckily he clenched, and it missed. It didn't actually get him on his butthole, didn't get any scrotum, didn't get any balls or anything. But this is his first, like, I would consider it big injury. He's wrecked. He's fallen over. He's like hit one of his teeth is like dying. He's like knocked his face on stuff. But this is his first, like, I would as far as his owies go, this is the biggest thing he's done.
Yeah.
And so I go over there and I like untangle his leg from the bike and pick him up, and he is like screaming. I have to assume, since he's never done this, he just knows his ass is hurting. He probably thought the back half of his body was cut in half.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you ever got a rug burn, imagine a rug burn, but then like even more friction with knobby tires on your ass.
Yeah.
Like, not fun.
No.
And so like I get him to go pick him up, and he's screaming so hard, like squeezing me. He pees all over me. And just the kid is like distraught. And I'm like holding him. I'm like, okay, you know, it's gonna be fine. And you know, my wife's looking at it, and she's like it doesn't look good. And she's like trying to like spread his ass cheeks apart to see if he actually got his asshole or anything like that, which he didn't. And there's no blood or anything. So we're like, okay, you know, it's just.
Yeah.
We all know what happened, but as far as my son's concerned, he's probably thinking his ass fell off, or something, you know. And he's in incredible pain. And again, peed all over me. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, this is how the day is going. You know, this is going to be, at least it's Sunday. You know, we got tomorrow off. It's Memorial Day weekend. And so, but then we get him to like, we get his gear off, and he's sitting there and standing there kind of like hunched over, crying still, snot everywhere, you know. And we're looking at it, and there's dirt and rubber just like ground into his skin. And I'm like, well, this kid's gonna learn what stinging is. Yeah. Because we got to clean this out.
Yeah.
There's fucking dirt in there and rubber chunks, like just like in his ass crack, like ground in. And so they have a shop, and they actually have a heated shower outside the shop, just like hosing stuff off. So and we walk over there, and like, I carry him over there. I get him naked, and I got some soap and a rag, and I'm looking at him, and you can tell that this kid's like, already, we're ready to lose it. And I'm like, dude,
this is gonna hurt.
Like, dude, it's gonna hurt. And I'm like, there's no way around it, man. This is gonna hurt. You can scream, you can punch me as hard as you want, you can squeeze me, whatever you want to do, but it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, man. And no, Dad, no. And I'm like, and I already got the soapy rag, and the water's going, and it's like lukewarm. And I'm like, fuck, man, we're out in the woods basically. Yeah. And we're like, fuck, here we go. So, you know, I pick him up, and now, of course, I'm still covered in pee. Yeah. But now I'm covered in shower water too, because I'm still in my pants and my boots. Yeah. And out there in the shower, and I have him just like pinned against my body. Yeah. And just scrubbing his ass with the washcloth. It was a baby washcloth and soap, and he is just like voice giving out
Just
the gnarliest scream. I've never heard my son scream like that, obviously. And trying to get the soap off of there. And I give it a solid like 5 to 7 seconds of just like, and I know this is the only chance I'm going to get. So I'm not going to lie. I scrubbed the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I came under some fucking pressure. I was like, we got one, make it done.
One shot, let's
get
it clean.
Shot. He's never going to let me touch this till it's healed.
Yeah.
We got to scrub this fucker. And so I do it, and he is just peed all over me again. And just having like the hardest time. And he's like stuck to me like a monkey. And so, I get him, got a towel around him now, and I'm sitting there holding him, and he's just like wheezing, panting. Just
life is over.
Life is over again. Snot everywhere, and now I'm soaking wet, partially because of shower, and my son peed on me twice, and we're just standing there.
Yeah,
I got the towel over, and I'm trying to let him know, like, hey man, like this is.
Yeah, you did.
You did good.
Yeah,
I know it hurts. Like, you're not in trouble.
Yeah,
you can scream, you can cry. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, let it out.
Let it out, man. And I haven't quite told him that like I've broke myself off dirt biking before because I don't want to fucking freak him out.
Yeah.
And finally, and we're talking and we're starting to have like another more dialogue, and he's kind of coming around again. And I'm like, hey, just so you know, this happens to everybody,
Yeah.
And this is why I'm here. I'm your dad. My dad was there when I got hurt, and stuff like this. And he. Did you get hurt? I was like, I did. Like, I was dirt biking. What happened? And I was like, I broke my leg. And what? I was like, we're sitting there, and I look down, and I point at it, I'm like, that bone right there, I broke it. I flung myself off into a rock and broke my leg. And you know who had to sit there with me and hold my hand when I was like sitting there, screaming and whatnot?
Yeah.
Is my dad, Papa. So this is,
Yeah,
I got you, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing this till you're like 40.
Yeah,
basically, till you're married. I'm pretty much gonna be the guy. You're gonna have to do this for you.
Yeah,
because you're gonna break yourself off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to wipe your ass again after you're a teenager. Like I fully understand that.
Yeah.
And that was a little bit of comfort for him. And then we put some Aquaphor on there and put him in a pull up. And then within 5 minutes, he's fucking running around playing. I'm like, this kid like has no idea what he just like. Whatever. Yeah. And then, of course, it was another hard battle when we got home because it's like, as much as I scrubbed it, there's still dirt in there.
Yeah.
Trying to get him in the bath now.
Yeah.
That was
another.
Yeah. You would have thought that we were trying
So does he still like the Stasic bike?
Oh, yeah.
He does.
He's like, I can't wait to get back on. Get back on, ride the horse.
Good.
He's trying to like say all these terms,
but he's gonna have some gear this time.
Yeah, it's like it's shipped already.
Yeah, like actual like riding, like
actual
motorcycle
riding,
pants.
Like we got him a jersey, pants, gloves,
cool.
like all this. We were like, the timing couldn't have been shittier.
Yeah,
because we've been holding off ordering this stuff because he has been so wishy-washy. I'm like, I've thought about selling like 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things where like, and if I've got any other dads on here, or maybe you remember with your dad as a kid, like my dad was always like that, like. It's fucking time. You're doing this.
Yeah.
Fucking deal with it. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that worked out well for me. I mean, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I don't have any bad memories of it. But at the same time, I don't want to toot my own horn here or something like that. But like, even just in terms between like me and my brother, I remember from ever since like I remember being a kid, being a boy, I wanted to be tough. I wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to be a big tough man. I wanted to be, boys don't cry. This hurts. I don't give a fuck. I'm not, shove it all deep down inside. Classic man mentality.
Yeah.
And my son
will come out later in your 40s.
Yeah. And it'll just manifest into a drinking problem. It's fine. And then you'll get over it and everything's fine. You'll be great.
Yeah. Go on a couple bingers, make some questionable decisions.
And it's like, son, I'll be like, Ricky, we're not alcoholics, okay? We are binge drinkers. There's a fucking difference, okay? It's called having a really good time for a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And then you're fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. But yeah, so and my son he exhibits that a little bit, but kind of not as much as I thought I did at least.
Yeah.
And even my little brher, and nothing against my little brother, he's a strong guy, tough guy, now. But like when we were growing up, like I thought he was a fucking pussy. And I saw the way my dad treated him, and I was like, why didn't you do that with me? He's like, I couldn't do that. I can't do what I did with you with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just different.
Yeah.
And again, sometimes he listens to his podcast. Zane, I love you. Like everybody's different, so I get that.
Yeah. Dude, I had that same thing happen to me with a motorcycle when I was like probably like 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah.
My buddy had this like God, what was it? It was like a 70 or like a 90. It was old school. It was like a 70s bike, right? And this is super smart. We're riding doubles on it,
Perfect.
and I have shorts on,
Perfect.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm on the back. I weigh way more than he does. Well, he decides to pop the freaking clutch in this thing, and I go flying off the back. My ass lands directly on the rear tire, and he continues to go, and it just literally rips my pants off. And I had the same thing happen, a big old rubber burn on the... Yep. I didn't get it on the ass, though, because when I fell back, I was kind of already leaning forward, and I fell kind of like on my thigh on the motorcycle tire, and it just fucking just ate my pants. I remember riding my bike back to my parents' house. Yeah. I needed new pants. But
yeah.
yeah.
I'll wait to tell my son when I, cut my ball sack open on my bike and I had to ride home and tell my dad about it. That was weird. That'll be a story for everybody's had some sort of crotch injury, especially as you get older.
Yeah.
I crashed into cactus.
Oh, well, that's a perfect place to crash.
Yeah.
That'll fuck you up. But back to the whole but it means like teacher said how to swim. Okay, we'll throw him in the pool a couple of times. And then we'll make him kind of figure it out. I can't do that with him on that thing. I can't be like, hey, twist the throttle.
Yeah.
Like if I go in there and twist it for him, he's just going to not twist and coast to a stop. Like it has to. I have to be able to kind of like coach him on it and help him move forward.
I think you just need to get yourself a motorcycle or something and have him watch you ride.
I do too.
I think he'd be like, I want to be like Dad.
When we go to his friend's house, his dad has a bunch of dirt bikes, and usually if he's there, I'll take one out and we'll just kind of go putt around.
Yeah.
And when I say putt around, literally, I think I usually ride his wife's dirt bike. It's like a 125, like a mid-size wheel 125.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm not out there ripping wheelies or anything. I'm out there usually like shorts, Vans, and a hat.
Yeah.
Like no helmet or anything, just like rolling with them around property and shit.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I do want to get something. Again, like I would. As bad as this sounds, I would buy my wife a dirt bike before I buy me something, just because I don't know exactly what I want.
Yeah.
But if I can find something and at least get it running and working right, and my wife can ride with my son, that makes me happy. She likes riding, and she rode a lot when she was a kid. She has gear. I'd rather get her up and running that before I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we really are holding off on buying him gear. And after this one, like I cannot express to you like. We literally put credit card information in and like hit purchase, email confirmation. And my son, and I'm like, and I go over the bike, you're never going to believe this, Ricky, but we literally just ordered you pants that will never let this happen again.
Yeah.
Like you can get caught in there, but these have like a special Velcro strap that's going to hold it up, and they're really thick pants.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, good. I want to keep riding. And I'm like, fucking good, man. Like,
good, yeah.
I'm really happy to hear that because every time in the past when he fell, he wouldn't get back on it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or a month or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see his little bit of perseverance come through.
Yeah.
And as he's gone through the healing process, he's still a little scared about stuff. But I can tell that when it does hurt, he's starting to understand how much like things can hurt different levels.
Yeah.
And also trying to explain to someone who doesn't understand the difference between something that stings and pain.
Yeah.
And like, so I'm trying to explain to my son that I get in the bathtub. I'm like, hey, it's just going to sting. And as far as he's concerned, like I touch it with water. He's like, it's going to feel like that forever. Like water equals this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to him, no, that's called stinging.
Yeah. It's
Like,
temporary.
It's temporary. And once you get in the water, it's going to sting like fuck for like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Yeah.
You're going to feel no stinging, no pain.
Yeah.
Anything. You'll forget it's there.
Yeah.
But I can't get him to get past that point. And I'm talking like trying to like force him into the water. And he's like clawing at the bathtub, like pulling everything. I'm like, Jesus, you're a wiry motherfucker.
Yeah.
Where is this like?
Yeah.
Where's this tough kid? Because I'll poke fun of him, I'll wrestle with him a little bit, and it takes a lot, but I'll roll him around and piss him off a little bit.
Yeah.
And every so often he'll like get up, and you can tell on his face he gets kind of pissed off, and he'll like sock me in the chest, and I'm like, "That's right, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll
Guess
fight
what?
you.
That didn't hurt.
Yeah. You could do that 10 times.
Get down
10
and
more times.
Do 30 push-ups right now because
Yeah.
you're weak as shit right now.
You wiry little bitch.
Just start talking smack to your
mad
kid.
shit to him.
Just like, what, you want to go? Want to take this outside? You want to take it out front, kid?
I saw a really funny dad thing on Instagram, and it's like when your son starts stacking the tiniest bit of muscle, and it's like the dad like always flexing on the kid, like, what? Get in the car. What? You want to fucking go right now? Do you want to wrestle right now? What is it? Oh, big man. When I was your age, I put up 425. Okay, 425 all the time. Look at you, bitch. It's like, and your son's like 13 and a half.
Like, oh.
I can't wait till I like. To the first time we roll around, and I'm like, fuck, he almost got me. Because I remember that when it happened with my dad. And we start wrestling a little bit or something like that in the front lawn. Or like, and I was probably like maybe 10, 11, 12. Nothing against my dad, but he was, he got sunk into his work a lot, and his health kind of went down. Don't get me wrong, he's like still alive, he's still fine now, but he was a fairly in shape guy, and it kind of fell off because he was concentrating on work. And that's all he did. But I remember like kind of getting after him a little bit, and it culminated like me and him would do that a little bit of like shove each other every now and then. And I remember like I was the one of the first times we went skiing. Once I got a little bit older, like as soon as we got the chair, like he fucking pushed me to the ground and laughed at me. Like, ha! And I was like, Dad, what the fuck? I was like 12, 13.
In front of everybody.
Like, Dad, what the shit, dude? I flew home from San Diego when he picked me up at the airport, and I think I was 20, 21 maybe, and it was at Sacramento Airport. And if you've ever been there, there's a big long escalator coming down where all those big towers of suitcases are. Again, very specific, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And I see him down there like waiting for me, so I just start, Dad, Byron, hey, Dad, up here. I'm right. Just the whole way. The escalator's packed. It's like for Christmas. And I'm with my girlfriend at the time. She's fucking mortified. And I hadn't seen my dad.
Hi, Daddy.
I hadn't seen my dad in like a couple months or something like that. And honestly, I missed the guy. And, Dad, I'm right here. Dad, Byron. Like, Byron Francis Little, right here. It's me, your son, Ben. I'm right here. Ben, it's me. Just like waving. And I get down to on the floor finally, and I like throw my backpack at my girlfriend and almost knock her over. Drop my suitcase, I run, I pick him up, and I start swinging him around like he's like a chick. I pick him up under the arms, and his legs like swinging it out. And I hear him in my ear just like, what the fuck? I missed you so much, Dad. He's like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
I like it when the people hold up the signs like, finally out of prison, or like, how was rehab? Like,
my favorite one of that is like, you can always tell who the actual best friend is when it's like, welcome home from deployment, like, we missed you, blah blah blah, and then one of the guys says, die, fag. It's like, that's the best friend.
That's the guy.
Well, on that note, if I want to hear about any of you guys that have kids, sons, maybe probably sons. My daughter hasn't had her first big injury yet, but I want to hear the big injuries. See what happened, and I'm open to advice because there are a lot of other dads that have gone through a lot more than I have at this point. But overall, big weekend. I had a lot of fun.
Weekend.
He's doing well. Tyler, I'm glad you got to go out and go ripping. And also, those of you that have sent stuff in, we greatly appreciate it. Again, never required, but always appreciated, man. It's really cool. I think we've got the best listeners and the best culture we've cultivated in that.
Yeah, all this stuff on this table has been given to us.
Yeah. So that being said, folks, we love all of you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at dieselpowerproducts.com.